Says, Sheikh, I'm studying ICCA, that's a financial course to be a chartered accountant, and I'm worried that after the completion of the course, I won't be able to find a halal work or halal company which has no relations with interest directly or indirectly. Also, I have no idea if there is any organization on the face of the earth which doesn't deal with interest. First of all, yes, there are many organizations which do not deal with interest. And in UAE, there are many organizations and a lot of people, whether companies or individuals, who recognize interest as haram and they don't deal with it. So you would not, not find any job in a halal accounting field. Yes, you will. There are many banks which claim that they are Islamic banking. So when you check them out, and if they're Islamic, alhamdulillah. But when you say directly or indirectly, this is a little, I don't want to say extreme, but it is too much, because indirectly, sometimes you have nothing to do with it, okay? And it was something that is imposed on you. You deal with it because to open a company, you have to have a credit card, for instance, even if you don't use it. So that's an indirect dealing with it, and you make sure that you do not pay interest. That's an example. There are a lot of cases like that. So you do not say, I will not find a halal job. And if it is the beginning of the course, we need accountants anywhere. We need accountants, we need lawyers, we need doctors, and in every field there is a halal and haram. It is true that in some fields the haram is overwhelming, such as being an accountant. And in some fields the halal is overwhelming, but there could be haram. If you're a doctor, who was just talking about abortion, the obstetric doctor who's going to do the abortion, he is a killer, is a murderer. The anesthesiologist who's assisting him to put the patient to sleep, he is a killer. He is not just doing a haram, you understand? Unless if it was legitimate through some of the reasons I mentioned earlier, like there is a life threat to the mother. In your field, there are many business owners and many companies who are God-fearing, who try their best to avoid any form of haram. I have known many of them. So inshallah you will find, since you already started or enrolled in this program. And also one thing I want to address, that since I teach pedagogy, particularly Islamic pedagogy, I find that, we become like machines. The youth, the teenagers, since high school, they are oriented towards serving the big corporates. So the maximum goal of a person is to become an accountant, to work, for instance, for a particular firm or bank, to become a doctor so that he can work for this hospital, so that he can establish his own career, so can he get rich and buy the car of his desire. Akhi, have you ever considered even started your own business? And instead of getting paid a certain limited salary, perhaps start your own business or trade, which is much more profitable, so that you can hire more Muslims and you can set the rules and set your own foot, and you say, I only deal with halal. Why not? Be a pioneer. Some of the youth who used to hang around me in the United Arab Emirates, in Dubai particularly, and as you know that there is a great deal of competition, and a lot of people are in the trade business, said that, my uncle taught me, and his uncle I know him very well as well, he taught me that not to take a job, rather to start your own business. I didn't know what to do. He said, every morning dress up nicely and leave home at 6 a.m. Drive around, wander around, take a cup of coffee, go here and there, check out different places, but do not sleep until it is noon. Do not sleep until the time of the barakah is out. A lot of people, they prefer the safe side. They think that the safe haven is to get a job where you have a fixed income, then you have a retirement plan, and that's it. But they are very limited. Those who are deep thinkers, those who are shrewd in business, they take the risk. once, twice, and once Allah the Almighty blesses them, they start a small business and it grows, it becomes bigger. They never imagine one day that they will have 40 people working for them or 100 people working for them. They never thought that I would have that many cars and many drivers and several houses, but they made an effort. So take the chance and look for a business that may be unique. You develop something to be unique, not to be a copy from everybody else. And do not be centered around the idea of working for others. This advice is for everyone, for our youth, for those who are even working currently in jobs and they're afraid that because of cutting down the number of jobs and laying people off and deporting people because they cannot offer them a job anymore, develop something your own self so that you wouldn't be under the mercy of anybody else. May Allah help